I believe a garden can be so much more than just a collection of plants and flowers.
For me, a beautiful garden is like a big hug. It can heal the heart and bring joy to those in need.
So my team and I
Hello.
are surprising some very special people.
I'm awfully sorry to interrupt.
You're in shock.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting this on a Wednesday afternoon.
Who, more than ever, need somewhere for them and their families.
You know who it is, don't you?
Of course I do.
And we're turning their tired backyards into dream gardens. Come rain or shine.
What I'm trying to create here, well...
It's taking my breath away.
This week, I help a young widow and her family, whose late husband never had a chance to finish the garden he always wanted.
How lucky was I that I got to hold his hand when he took his last heartbeat, and he knew that I was there.
Gareth's got to be a part of this garden.
So we're finishing
Exciting.
what he started.
I'm not having you crushing my prunus.
Come on. He'll learn to love it.
Hold the topside.
No problem.
That'll do, come on. Open your eyes, Nina.
Oh, my goodness. That is unbelievable.
Welcome to Love Your Garden.
I've come to Walsall in the West Midlands, an industrial town which takes pride in its parks and recreation areas.
I'm here to celebrate the life of a man who believed passionately in the power of green spaces.
To the people of Walsall, Gareth Seedhouse was a local hero. For nearly 20 years, he dedicated his life to turning this area's parks and woodlands into beautiful spaces that everyone could enjoy.
Gareth was passionate, dedicated.
I think as much as anything, it was a belief that his community deserved the best.
It was while working at Walsall Parks Department that Gareth met the love of his life, Nina, and in March 2008, their son Cole was born.
They couldn't have been happier. There was just everything was perfect.
But a year later, Gareth started to feel unwell.
We were away at the weekend and he was poorly, he'd got earache, something as simple as that. And he went to the doctors, had antibiotics 2 or 3 times. And then they realised that it was probably something more.
Gareth was diagnosed with a rare cancer of the salivary gland and needed immediate surgery. But after chemotherapy and radiotherapy, he was given the all clear.
When he got the all clear, he wanted to live his life and give his child, you know, a brilliant start.
But in January 2011, an X-ray revealed the cancer had returned, and Gareth was given 12 months to live.
It was a blow. Hell of a blow.
Thanks to a course of pioneering chemo, Gareth passed the 12 months prognosis. He and Nina got married, and against the odds, had 2 more children. And when the family moved to a new home, Gareth began building a new family garden.
Obviously he was very mindful of the time he'd got left here because of his passion within our parks and open spaces. He wanted to bring some of that into his own garden.
But before Gareth could realise his vision, his illness took over and he went into a hospice.
There he is, love of my life. He's tired now.
The last time I saw him, we talked about old times. I said, well, we'll come and see you again. I took his hand and I kissed him on the forehead and I said, I'll see you again. That was the last time I saw him.
On the 19th of July 2014, Gareth passed away. he was just 38. Since then, the garden has remained untouched. So to help Nina and her family as they move on with their lives, her friends have asked me to finish what Gareth started. Today is the perfect opportunity to let her know what I've got planned. All of the family are in one of Gareth's favourite parks, planting trees in his memory.
That's it, pat it down with your foot.
And I'm going to put on my disguise and surprise her there. Hello, Nina.
Oh my goodness.
Hello. How are you? What a day for you. You're right.
Speechless.
Well, we thought it was such a lovely celebration of Gareth and your time together. And all your friends said that you deserve something at home because he was keen on his garden at home, but didn't get a chance to do much to it.
No. Didn't. Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm just speechless. This is so nice. I can't believe it. I'm going to wake up in a minute, aren't I?
Shall we go and have a look at this garden?
Yes, please, yes.
Oh.
So this is it. It's just a blank canvas.
It's south-facing when the sun comes round.
That was one of the reasons why we bought the house.
What about, there's a tree over there?
Yeah, we planted this tree about 12 months ago, and this was for Gareth, for us to remember.
So the tree's got lights on it. What's special about the tree?
I've told the children that their dad is now a star in the sky and he looks down on them and myself, and we wanted the tree and to hang stars off because it means a lot, and that's what they think.
We've got a raised bed there.
Yes, that was something that Gareth started before he did get really poorly. He started these 2 raised beds with a view to vegetables and fruits.
So that's where Gareth left his spade?
Yeah, that's where we got to.
So you've not moved that spade since?
No.
What a lovely, poignant thing.
I know.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's where he finished.
How about your permission to move it if it stays in the garden?
Yeah, yeah.
But it should never leave the garden, that spade, should it?
Yeah.
What about you? What do you want?
Just somewhere to sit and just watch the kids play, or just have a sip of my wine at night when the kids are in bed. Gareth loved his park, so he wanted to bring the park into our little garden space. Yeah. As you see, he started it, but that's as far as he got, so we want to bring the park.
We finish off what he started.
I just know he'd be looking down on us thinking, well done, you've done really well. So carrying it on for him.
Well, Gareth, we'll do our best. No pressure on me then, eh?
No pressure.
No pressure indeed. I want the new garden to be a surprise. So I'm packing Nina and the kids off for a few days with strict instructions not to return until we're finished.
What a challenge, eh? A garden for Nina to relax in. Gosh, she deserves it. And for 3 very boisterous, energetic children to play in. And it's only small.
But that's just the start. This tiny plot may get the sun, but there's not much of a view. It's all bare brick and fence. I need to come up with some radical solutions. So while our contractors strip the site back to bare earth, I'm off to nearby Worcestershire to see a garden that might help me solve the first of our problems. This is Whitlange Gardens. It may not be immediately obvious what this 3-acre garden has in common with Nina's little plot, but look a little closer and you'll see. Walls. Lots and lots of them. But unlike our plot in Walsall, here they feel a part of the garden.
Good morning. Welcome to Whitland.
Thank you very much.
I've asked owner Keith Southall to show me how he did it.
Well, I can't see the end of your house.
There's more planting there on the wall than there is in the bed in front. So we've got 4 or 5 different climbers
You've got pyracantha there, fire thorns. You've got climbing hydrangea.
Like Peterlaris.
Yeah.
And the wisteria, and also the euonymus.
Evergreen, but evergreen and gold.
And when the sun hits it, can't be better. And behind it, there is quite an ugly red brick wall.
I'd love to create this effect back at Nina's, but this took 16 years to grow. We'll need to find something a little more instant. Around the corner, Keith has another way with walls.
Oh, now this is something else.
It's a bit different.
Well, I've seen moon gates before. I don't think I've ever seen them of this stature. This is beautiful. Oak?
It's solid oak, probably well over half a ton.
It begs the question, doesn't it? What's on the other side?
Well, I think it's the second half of the feature myself.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
That's a view.
If ever there was an invitation to walk on, you know, this is it, isn't it? That is a view. It'd be a great idea at Nina's, wouldn't it, to turn a wall into a view?
I have to ruminate on that one, but I'm sure there's a way.
Oh, the noise coming through it.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Through the gate is Keith's pièce de résistance.
But I wanted this vertical drop. And there's nothing better than what we call these letterboxes, and it's the amphitheatre effect. It's curved round.
You see, I wanted to get water into Nina's garden, but I'm limited, because it's a small garden in terms of space. This is a way of sneaking it in using the verticals. Keith's garden is a brilliant example of how every single inch of space can be used, not just down here, but up there as well. And if I can get this right in Nina's garden, we could make something really spectacular.
I can't wait to get back and share my ideas with my trusty team. Landscaper David Dominy, lancewoman Frances Tophill, and designer Katie Rushworth.
Right, this is it. The great thing about this garden is that it's beautifully contained. We've got walls, we've got fences, they're all in good condition. The tricky thing, it's got to fulfil a lot, and it's very small. We've got a mum, a single mum, on her own now, with small children. She, David, needs somewhere to relax. She needs her space as well as theirs. Now, we've got this patio area here. I'm going to put a D there, because, David, I want you to be responsible for that. Okay. And I think a special sitting area as well for Nina, just round there, where she can chill out and have a glass of wine in the evening. The sun's going round there.
Yeah. So this will be really entertaining for her and the kids, but that's going to be a little cosy area. I'll find something nice to sit on and relax.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Katie, the children.
Yes. I want to create something, I think, my idea is really natural, because Susan spent lots of time at the park with her dad. So, and I think because we're in quite a built-up area with all these new houses, to bring a bit of the park into the garden.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. They also like growing things. They like growing their own food.
Yeah.
We need to find out what they like.
Fine,
okay?
I can do that.
Frances.
Don't look at me like that.
I'm just looking I'm looking at all that wall and all that fence, all the way round there. And it's awfully bald.
It is.
Unlike yourself. So can you clothe it? Well,
Sort out the whole wall.
I've seen lots of ideas about how these walls can become green, you see. And it's beautiful when it's foliage.
So you want wall covered in foliage?
If you could just manage that within, you know, a few hours. You can do it. I know you can.
I can try.
Some way. What I want to make sure we do is Gareth's got to be a part of this garden. His tree is still there. There it is. I want to make sure that his presence is still felt, and we'll do something precious with that.
Sounds good.
Right. But large brief, and you've all got to get on. So play nicely.
We've a lot to fit into this garden. So David wastes no time in putting in his 2 patio areas. And he and the boys are laying sleepers to divide the space into its key areas. Meanwhile, Frances is getting to grips with her vertical challenge.
2 to 5.5.
OK. Add that to the rest of the boundaries. How much have we got in total?
61 metres squared. And the garden is what? Is 65 metres squared. And whose job is it to cover it? Yours!
So you've got as much wall to cover as we have garden.
It seems that way, yes.
I'm also starting on one of Gareth's unfinished projects. His raised beds need upgrading, so I've come up with a challenge for Matt, our master joiner.
Now, you know those under-bed drawers that you have?
OK.
Could we get an under-bed drawer in a raised bed?
Possibly. We could see how it goes.
If we can get some way of having a bed on top and having some kind of storage underneath, because they won't need a lot, we can then sort of get two things out of one area.
Sure.
I knew you'd be the man.
Not a problem.
It feels like half a day's gone already, and the garden's looking, well, very brown and grey, not very green.
There's a lot to do and a lot of bare wall and fence that still hasn't been done. But this lot have never let me down. So far.
We're in Walsall, in the West Midlands, creating a garden for Nina. After a long battle with cancer, her husband Gareth passed away last year, aged just 38, leaving her with 3 young children.
She copes, and I don't know where she gets that strength to cope from. She reminds me of a swan that's all calm on the top but paddling underneath.
It must be incredibly hard, you know. Your rock isn't there at the end of the day.
The family enjoyed spending time together in the parks that Gareth worked so hard to regenerate. I'd like to bring some of that magic into our garden. But before we get to that, I've a project for David.
How are you doing? Oh, great.
We
Looks
seem to be
good.
doing pretty well. Just putting the sleepers in to get a raised border at the back.
I was thinking over here, water feature.
What, a pond?
Not a pond. Because there's not a lot of ground spare, is there, on here?
No, there isn't. We're going to put a lawn down here.
Yes, well, I'm thinking vertical water feature. Now, look at that. 2 sort of letterboxes.
Yeah.
And it comes out. You don't have to do it like that, but that's the general idea, is that the water comes down from the wall in a great sort of cascade, like a curtain. The bigger, the better. I'd like impact, if you could possibly manage that. Joking.
I'm not.
You ready, Matt?
Yep.
Oh, I wish you hadn't made this so well. Or so sturdily.
Matt has done a sterling job on our raised beds. They're solid, to say the least.
Look at that. Marvellous.
I'm itching to get these beauties planted, but the question is, with what? To find out, I've sent Katie to meet Nina's 3 children.
I've come to spend some time with the kids at this community garden because I want to know what they really, really want to grow. And I know from my own kids that if they want to eat it, then they'll want to grow it. Easy. So it's picnic time. OK, right, does anybody know what this is?
Lettuce!
10 out of 10! You can nibble a bit, you have it in salads.
I'm gonna grow that one.
Grow that one, OK.
Tomatoes!
Do we like tomatoes?
Yeah.
It's a nice juicy one, that one.
Carrots!
Do you like carrots?
Yeah.
Shall we put some carrots in the ground? Yeah. OK. Now, what else do I have in here?
I know.
Potatoes make chips. That makes them a wonderful thing in my book.
Radish.
Radish, well done. You're not going to try them?
No pie.
OK. No pile they go. Now, I have one more thing in my basket that I need to know if you're certain you would like to grow them. OK, ready?
Yeah.
Ooh! Why would you like to grow strawberries, Maxie?
Because they're nice.
Because they're nice. It's a good answer.
Hello.
Hello, Evie. Oh, Evie's finished with the watering can. She's done her work for the day. She can go home for a tea now.
Back at Nina's, Frances has been working out how she's going to green up the biggest expanse of brick in the garden. And her solution has arrived.
Where do you want these then, Francis?
Just stick them in the back by the garage wall.
You sure about this?
I think so.
See what he says.
Alan, one more, please.
I thought you were greening up the wall. What's in the boxes?
OK, ready?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
It's green, it's lush, it'll always look good.
It's plastic.
Do you not like it? Please say you like it.
I trust you implicitly. Well, up to now.
He'll learn to love it.
Oh, God, what's that?
You don't want to know.
Whoa.
On that bombshell, this feels like a good time to share exactly what we're aiming to create for Nina and the children. We're dividing the garden using lines at 45-degree angles that give the illusion of space and divide it into zones. On the left will be David's outdoor lounge for Nina. Next to that will be a park-inspired bed designed around Gareth's tree and Katie's woodland kids' play area. And finally, as a tribute to what he started, I'm finishing Gareth's vegetable garden. All of this will be wrapped in the vertical surprises that Francis has in store for the walls and fences. And this one is certainly quicker than growing climbers.
You might wonder why we're using plastic rather than plants, and I've wondered myself. But the reason is, this north-facing wall would be a complete nightmare to keep anything alive on. And with this option, you can have it looking lush and green with literally no maintenance at all. And also, it's quite a nice mix of sun lovers and shade lovers, because in this, basically, right plant, right place goes out of the window.
Plastic plants.
Wow.
They look quite good up there,
They
don't
look
they?
nice. I'm glad you said that.
Better looking at bricks, isn't it?
Exactly.
I feel that here, more than anywhere, I'm kind of continuing Gareth's work, the work he started quite literally in this corner of the garden with his raised beds. I'm growing what the children said they loved. They talked about carrots, they talked about lettuces, and they said they wanted more and more and more strawberries. Well, just look at those strawberries with fruits on.
Raised beds do make it easier to grow veg, but you still need to protect your new plants.
You can buy plants in strips like this now to get straight into the ground. I shall plant them, but I won't thin them, because if you thin carrots, then you encourage carrot fly, which comes and eats the roots. So by taking out a handful there and sliding that in, you can see I'm starting to make a row of carrots. But what you can also do to mask that scent of carrots from carrot fly is to plant herbs like marjoram, which have their own scent and fragrance, which will sort of put the carrot fly, literally, off the scent.
Are we okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, some weight in that. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful.
How are we doing on height? Go.
What is that?
This is our water wall.
It looks like a 1930s kitchen cabinet on its end.
We haven't finished yet. You've seen it in the nude. We're going to clad all of this. Water cascading. It's going to look $1 million.
And how long is it going to take?
Well, it's going to take a bit of time, I'll give you that.
We're covering the carbon fibre carcass with precision-cut natural stone cladding. But there's 10 square metres to cover, so it's going to be a long, long job. Welcome back to Walsall.
Ready? We just need a hole big enough.
Having worked into the night, David and the contractors have made great progress with the water feature.
Well, it looks better than a 1930s kitchen cabinet. How long now to finish it? How long are you going to go?
We're on the home stretch now. It's the front here.
Yeah.
We're going to put a seat on the top here, but there's a little bit of waterworks. There's a lot of titivation with the waterworks. Yeah. So we should see a change of colour of this stone to bring out the effect even more.
Quite nice to see a change of pace, too, today.
Yeah, step it up more.
A lot to do.
Yeah, thanks.
Those catkins are gorgeous, aren't they?
Now that Francis's green wall is complete, Katie can crack on with her play area for Nina's 3 small children.
This area here is going to be especially for the kids, and I'm determined to make it really magical. I want to recreate nature and the sense of being in the park with the dad, so I'm putting in these 3 trees. This tree is a Petula jackmontii, and it's wonderful for small gardens because it has a tiny leaf which gives a lovely dappled shade which lets the light through gently, and it's got this amazing white bark that peels. And on an evening when Nina's out here with a glass of wine, it should really kind of light up and look brilliant against this dark green foliage of the wall that Francis has put in.
And Francis is on to wall number 2.
The next wall I have to deal with is the one that Nina sees from her kitchen window. And the solution I've come up with is an old pallet turned into some shelves.
She's turning the unit into a display cabinet that she'll fill with miniature terracotta pots.
So what we're doing now is we're screwing these pots, not all the way, just so the screw comes up the top. We've got wires further down, and stupidly, I didn't think about the top layer. So these will wobble, but hopefully not fall down.
Dare I say it, this is starting to look a bit like a garden. But I want it to reflect what Gareth meant to Nina as well. So I've arranged to meet her in one of the parks he helped create before he died.
Poultry Park it's called, so what's special about this place?
It's special because when Gareth got his first job as a manager, this was his first park, so this was his first baby. There's the bandstand that he secured funding for, so this was his favourite park.
Did you used to come here together?
We did, yes, and we used to sit under the weeping ash. That was his favourite tree.
Tell me about Gareth, what was special about him?
He was just so loving and gentle. He was everything to me. He was just a lovely, lovely man, and that's shown through in the community and his family and friends.
What do you miss most about him?
That's a difficult one. He was just so happy. You know, we had a bit thrown at us, but we were happy, and we were lucky because we'd got 3 beautiful children. We knew when the end would be. Going off a bit, I mean, how lucky was I that I got to hold his hand when he took his last heartbeat, and he knew. He knew that I was there, and I looked after him till he took his last breath, and that's something that people don't get.
So you battle on?
Battle on, yes. The worst bit is when the children achieve something, or the school plays, and, you know, they say, oh, wish Daddy would have seen that. But he'll never be forgotten. He's always going to be the main focal point of our family, which he was when he was alive.
Clearly the outdoors, gardens, parks are very important to him, so that garden, in a way, seems to me to be emblematic of Gareth for you.
Yeah, the parks were his love, but because he was too busy thinking of other people, he didn't do his own garden. But you finishing what he started, I know that he'll be so pleased.
Well, we'll try and give you a garden. It might not be quite as good as his parks, but that lets you remember him every day.
Thank you.
Although Gareth's no longer with us, it's clear that he's still very much a part of this family, and I want to make sure that the things that mattered most to him are at the heart of this garden.
And I've an idea of how to do just that. Back in the garden, Katie's ordered something rather special.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing! And it's got stars in as well. But it's really big. Yeah, I need muscle. Sam? Okay. Exciting. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now and see if we can get the top bit in. It's really heavy. So fingers crossed, we're going to get it over the wall in one piece. Get ready to catch.
Are you serious? Can't you take it round?
No, it won't fit.
I'm not having you crushing my prunus.
Come on.
Come on, then. All right, let's balance it on the edge here. You got it, mate?
Yeah, it's doing great here. No problem.
Thank you. Oh,
That's cool, isn't it?
Come play.
Oh my God! Break it!
Oh, this is the business.
And you can see the stars, and you can see the sky through the stars.
Hold on, I think I'm stuck. We'll get out. On my back.
Well, it was a hit with us. I hope the kids have as much fun.
I'm back from Poultry Park, and I have a job for Francis. If we can sort of think of this area as our park, I want to make a bit of parkland here.
OK.
There's one big problem I have.
The size?
It's a small park. I like it, though. It's a kind of park I can manage quite quickly.
Fair enough.
But I have the problem with the background. I think the way around this is to get an image of parkland.
OK.
And that...
An illusion of parkland.
Well, more than an illusion, a picture of parkland. This is the bandstand in
That's where Gareth
Poultry
worked.
Park, where Gareth worked. But if we can get that blown up and
Yeah.
mounted on this wall, then
OK.
Nina and the kids will think that they're looking through at Dad's park. Katie, Francis and I are going great guns. But David still hasn't finished Nina's seating area. And he appears to be on a jolly.
This is nice. Au contraire, Alan. I'm heading to 3 different gardens on a fact-finding mission to choose the perfect piece of furniture for my outdoor lounge. These days, more and more of us want the comfort of our living rooms outdoors. But how do you choose the right furniture for your garden? If you're a dyed-in-the-wool traditionalist, indulge yourself like a Regency lady. Or gentleman. This romantic shabby chic style is picture perfect, but it does have its drawbacks. Over a long period of time, it does get a bit sore on the, how would Jane Austen put it, derriere. It's pretty, but not what I need for Nina's. For something less Mr. Darcy and a bit more James Bond.
Ah, I've been expecting you, Mr. Titchmarsh.
Both of these chairs are handcrafted from copper, so they don't come cheap, but they would give any garden the wow factor. What I'm really after for Nina are practical home comforts, and I think I found my inspiration. I mean, look at this. It looks like an indoor room, but it is in fact the garden. I haven't even got any shoes on. These deep sofas don't feel like garden furniture at all. And I like the simple wooden frame. Do you know what? I really think Nina would like that contemporary style. And I think we should have a crack at making it ourselves.
Meanwhile, in Walsall, playtime's over. It's time to get some plants in.
These osmanthus make a wonderful hedge. They're evergreen and the white flowers will really light up along here at this time of year and they smell incredible. Now, once you put them in, they can take a couple of years to get established. So don't be put off if they look a bit sulky within the first year. They will come back and eventually knit together to create a wonderful lush hedge.
David's back. And he's putting Matt's joinery skills to good use. They've designed a modern outdoor sofa, and they're cladding it with old pallets.
Although it's made from pallets, it doesn't mean it can't be comfortable. So we're going to angle the back slightly into there, so it's perfect to relax into. And we're going to angle that all the way along, and then we're going to start putting our base struts across here to form the seat.
I like to think Gareth would approve of this mix of modern and organic.
Oh, there we are. 5 in, plenty more to go. Alan's going to want to see it looking a lot more comfy, so there's loads and loads of sanding to do.
The final features are coming thick and fast. But there's still a nagging doubt in the back of my mind.
OK.
I hope we're building a garden that Gareth would be proud of. But at the moment, I don't think there's quite enough of his spirit in it.
And if there isn't, it won't be the garden that Nina's hoping for. In just a few hours, we'll be introducing Nina and her family to their brand new garden. So everyone is flat out. Well, almost everyone.
Francis, have you seen David?
No, I haven't seen him for ages.
Do you know where he is?
No.
It's in use.
Are you going to be long?
Blooming I can't even go to the toilet in peace.
You should have had prunes this morning, then you wouldn't have been in there as long.
At least Frances is fully engaged with what we're doing, and she has a nice surprise for me.
Alan?
Yeah?
I've solved your problem.
Oh, great, because I can't plant this until this is done. I see you got the board up, so have you got the picture?
I've got the picture.
It's
It's
a
not
very
quite
small
big
picture.
enough. There are 9 of them. It's a canvas, but it's coated with plastic, and it's a plastic frame, so it won't warp, and it should last about 5 years.
There are 9. Oh,
There
so
are
it's
9.
a jigsaw. It's
a jigsaw.
Oh, you're bottom
There,
left?
bottom
oh,
left.
So who's got a... Oh,
Mi-
look,
middle
they're all
bottom.
got a bit. Who's got middle bottom? Who's got middle... That's
I've got
not
middle
bottom.
bottom.
Give them there. Francis has middle bottom. Are you good at jigsaws then, Francis?
Terrible. Awful.
Oh, I see.
That's why I'm giving them to you.
Middle left?
Middle left.
Oh, it fits.
Mine is
Are you
pride
middle?
of place, right? It's not
Right,
right.
is that middle?
That's not middle. It's... Hold on.
I know what you're thinking. How many gardeners does it take to finish a jigsaw with only 9 pieces?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
OK, this is where we stand back, and it looks like an upside-down tree.
Oh.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's really nice. So we need something to go on the wall either side of your water feature, which still hasn't got any water coming down it. There's still no lawn, and
Alan,
there's...
let's focus on the positive.
Yes. That'll do, come on. Oh, that'll do. Hold the topsoil.
One thing that must be a part of this garden is Gareth's spade, and the boys and I have come up with a special way to give it pride of place.
Save the mahogany forests of the world, because you can just use pallets. Oh, mind me herbs. Oh, look. Blooming great size 18 feet. They were just sitting up. I watered them so that... You see, this is the problem that gardeners have with builders, because you plant up and they come up. They're lovely. They're marvellous. They work like stink, but they've got very big feet.
Meanwhile, over by the kitchen, Francis's pallet frames are coming to life.
So what I've done is I've chosen succulents, mainly sedums, but basically anything we had in the garden centre, which need minimal water, basically nothing. The rain will do her job for her.
Out front, Katie's come up with a final touch for the children's area. A reminder that their dad is always around.
I'm making decorations, star decorations, and I'm going to hang them in the trees throughout the garden, because stars mean a lot to this family, and I always think a garden looks the most special when it represents the people that are going to enjoy it.
With the last of the plants finally going in...
What's your fingers?
What for?
we're on the home stretch. But I won't lie to you, this garden has been a real test for us all.
Missing a glass, David.
Over there, get them tidy.
But whenever the going has been tough, I like to think that Gareth has been with us every step of the way.
Right, well done. I hope we've managed to do everything we set out to do, which is provide somewhere for Nina, somewhere for the children, and somewhere where Gareth was. And I really do feel that he is now inhabiting this garden, so well done. Let's go and hide your lot away and bring her back and see if she likes it. Well done, go on.
A few days ago, this garden was frozen in time. The unfinished work of a man who wanted the very best for his family. I hope we've managed to realise Gareth's dream. What was once bland brick has been transformed by Francis's maintenance-free green wall. And elegant shelving. A brand new outdoor lounge features David's bespoke furniture, where Nina can relax and watch the kids playing in Katie's woodland wonderland, complete with its own teepee. She'll be calmed by the soothing sounds of a wall of water. Gaze upon Gareth's beloved parks. And be reminded that whenever she's in the garden, he's there too. For more information on how we built the garden, go to itv.com/Alan. We built this garden to help a mother of 3.
Hello, Nina.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm very excited.
Very excited.
I am, yeah, I can't wait.
And a bit nervous.
As she and her family come to terms with life without Gareth. But I also hope that he'd be proud of what we've achieved.
And I shall then say, open your eyes, Nina.
Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable. Thank you so much.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Oh, you've been a little bit busy.
We've been very busy. If you turn round here, you will see Nina's sitting area.
Goodness me.
If you look on the shelf, there's
oh my goodness.
reminders.
That's lovely.
This gentle sound of water. Your water.
Oh my goodness, no!
A wall of water, a water feature like no other water feature.
That is unbelievable. That is lovely. Thank you so much.
Now, you know where we talked, and we talked about that ash tree?
Yeah.
Well, there you are. Look, you're in Gareth's Park now.
What a beautiful idea. Oh, that's lovely. Unbelievable.
And then if you look over there, this is where the children are.
Oh,
so we've got the stars.
Lovely, great.
Hanging from the trees. Then I wanted to do something really special.
Right.
With Gareth's spade.
Spade?
So,
yes.
That's what we did.
Oh.
So it's not far from where he left it. It's only moved 3 feet.
It's
onto the wall. Will it do?
It's perfect.
Look under those leaves there.
Keep looking. What have you found, Maxie?
Strawberries.
Yes. Is that good?
Yeah.
And look what's hanging on there. Daddy's spade. It's clever, isn't it? It's got Best garden ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming and celebrating a wonderful garden for a wonderful man. It's been a pleasure and an honour. And if I had a glass in my hand... to Gareth, cheers! We were anxious to make a garden that Gareth would have made for Nina and his children, but also a garden that he seemed to inhabit. If the children remember him as a star, he's here.
Cheese. Yeah, you go on, you do the lawn then. What do you like best about your garden? Whoa, that's a big one.
The stars on the trees twinkle and the sun reflects on them, which makes it feel as though Gareth is in the garden with us. Thank you, love your garden. Cheers.
Coming up tonight, we've all-new documentary Don't Blame the Council here next. Over on ITV2, there's more twists and scandal as we head back to the Love Island. And there's the fabulous Mr. Selfridge over on ITV Encore.